Aha, that's better. One hour for Okami to convince us. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there was someone speaking weird languages. There was a tiny village by the name of Kamiki. Kamiki. Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents. Oh no! It also tells of the wolf that risked it all to protect them. I think that's us. We're the hero wolf, controlling the very fabric of existence. This wolf stood up against a beast many times its size and banished the darkness. Hey Thomas, welcome! This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and adoration of the wolf. Ooh, fast wolf is fast. Look at that! Lurk, lurk. Enjoy the lurk. Learn some German. Enjoy. Oh, look at that. It's fast. Holy. Ooh, it can jump. The down. Yeah. Now that's a cool game intro. I like it. I like the introduction. I want full screen on my end as well, though. I'm not. Okami. That's how you pronounce it. I knew it. I was doing it wrong. The game's being weird. It was full screen earlier. Doesn't matter. We're gonna learn Japanese today, maybe. I like the brushstroke introduction sequences. Long ago, Nemo tried to get this into full screen. A tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove. Oops. Proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Oh, nice. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. As every village, right? To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. Oh no! With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of a tree trunk, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. Except for Super Wolf. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed, oh, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, Shiranui. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. It's a watch wolf. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. They assumed wrong. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf. But his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. Oh. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Of course! Where else should it hit? Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by the sign. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. Oh man, it's a story of love and drama and all that. The Moon Cave. A place as dark as evil itself. Was Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 threshing necks. And it hit Joff's house, but no one really liked Joff. So, is Joff the one from Borderlands who they knock off the cliff? That's the same person, I think. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf, that dwelled outside the village. Of course it was. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying heads, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts, excuse me, the two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. Oh, it can breathe fire. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Nemo lost his voice. Drama. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. Nice one. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand, however. Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. But who's gonna save them? I'm afraid they're gonna die soon. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. Godly, divine intervention. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. The beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows, stood proudly to face his adversary. Channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms, he leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. It's a weird sentence. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. And they saved the wolf, or else Nemo is gonna be grumpy. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark. Then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Aww. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Oh. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. But then... However, this is not the end of the story. There's more to this tale than most people know. Oh, now we got color. 100 years had passed since Nagi and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Cool. I like the transition. From classic storytelling to... Suddenly... Someone's stealing the sword! Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi? The sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it's not. It's the other sword that didn't do anything special. He strained. Ah, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. Uh-oh. Some doofus. Oh, he unleashed the demon. Oh, he who seeks power. He who has broken my bonds. Speak the words. I wish darkness onto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. Oh. Ah, he's running. It's like a movie. Now it's a new curse. Every 100 years, some idiot pulls out the sword. That's a very long introduction. 15 minutes. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. Oh no! However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. A tiny settlement of Kamiki. It's very loud, isn't it? Enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. The real story? Yeah, don't pull the sword. Right? Hello, fair maiden. The wood sprite Sakuya. Yeah, of course, she's the one with the tree, right? She saved the wolf. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? Certainly not your bosom. We must act quickly. There's no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Oh no, he's a spirit. A tree spirit, right? They've worshipped everything like Amaterasu, now is the time. Who's that? We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world, oh God. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. It's like watching a very cheesy movie. Oh. Okami Amaterasu. Such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is. Ah, okay. That's who she is. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Okay, if I had known that is a half-hour introduction, I would have told you the short version of that. This is a sleepy dog. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. What? It's polluted. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon, which is Japan, but never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Is that her butt? Seriously? What? I mean, it could just be a heart-shaped patch of something. Yeah, okay. Please use your powers to banish the butt. Very odd, especially for the kind of story we're listening to. Punish those who would do us harm. Yes, please. What? What is this? Has something taken my clothing and put holes in unworthy places? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Probably. Oh, she's ticklish. Oh. The hell? What on earth is that? You again? Who is that? Are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. That's all. Okay. I'm not following anymore. Were you napping in my clothes again, bug? Bug? I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. Wandering artist Isun. Now we know 3 of the main characters. 4. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before my great brush. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, huh? What's with you, Furball? You look kinda down in the dumps. Actually, you look kinda familiar. Got it. You look just like that statue of Shiranui. Om nom nom. Oh, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prized sword, Denkomaru, against you. What? I mean, we wanted a game and now we got a movie for an hour. That's okay. What's that growling sound? Why is it so dark anyway? Oh, great God, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on. Their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free and the village will be reborn. What? The story is losing coherence. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Okay, on your awesome power, I can restore life to the world. Yes, get on with it! The trees return to normal, huh? That secure girl sure said some weird stuff. Yes, I agree. I agree. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit. What fruit? Oh, that fruit. That's the fruit. The girl said that if you cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. If you don't use some kind of special power, there's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. The hell? We have control. Okay, can I go to the menu now? Awesome, because this game is a tad loud. Exit. Yes, that's okay. I just want to use my controller, please. Yeah. It didn't get me controller options. See, the thing is, I tested this yesterday. Yesterday it worked. I could plug in the controller mid-game, and I had full screen and all that. And it's not doing anything I want now. It's very odd. What's this? There are mini games in the loading screen. Well, oh, that's just. Filter. Okay, can I? I can't control it with the. Okay, WASD also works. Is that a camera on the mouse picture there? I don't know. We've got a loading screen though. Okay, it inverts everything. Oh boy, this is not going to be good, is it? Where are we? It got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the mouse to look around. See, changes your point of view. You really look so hopeless. Are you going to be okay? Okay. Alright, so... Well, if I have to use the camera, I don't want the controller anyway. Okay. But since I told it to be inverted, it's being weird. Ah, this is better. Hold on. That's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Put it shortly, you can save your progress here. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of game files. That way you could always go back if you get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes. That didn't work. Save. Save the game. Yes. Yeah, 24 minutes, 34 seconds. There you go. That's how long it takes before you can start playing. It's a brave choice. Lock all those pots. Okay, I can tackle the pots. Way to go, my furry friend. You can do that anytime you see something you can break. Okay, and then I get money cash. Headbutt. Oh, but it's, you know, for all the weirdness, it's a cool style this game has. The wolf reminds me of Princess Mononoke. A bit. The whole style is a bit like a warped Studio Ghibli. Hold on there, Furball. Get a load of that. The chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that high ought to be a piece of cake. Press space to jump. Then press space again to wall jump. Press it firmly so you jump really high. Yeah. I knew you could do it. Okay, they say good luck is found in high places, so keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure. I feel like the graphics are a bit wobbly, and it might be that this has to do with it. I can't tell what filter means. But there's a tad of blurriness going about, I think. You obtained the Holy Bone. Restores 3 units of energy. Okay. So far it plays okay with mouse and keyboard, I would say. I couldn't play this nicely with the controller because I don't enjoy the camera controls with the thumbstick. Oh boy. Look, the bridge is out. Yes, I see. I'll have some coffee. Emmy. Listen, Emmy. Ever heard of the spirits of the brush? I read that as bush first. Good brushwork has its own soul. That's what they say. Just watch. I take all day to explain. What? A picture is worth 1,000 words, right? Yeah, that is... The game is self-aware, apparently. Now it painted a bridge, and now it's real. Rejuvenation. It's a brush god power that uses god power points. Yeah. Broken or missing things can be replaced. 13 different techniques, okay. I'm skipping the dialogue now. Couldn't they have somehow combined tutorial with story introduction? But I mean, it's the original game is probably a bit older, and because of that, back in the day they thought it's cool to introduce a game for like 2 or 3 weeks before you can actually do something. The impatient youth of today, right? That's me. The River of Heavens. Yeah, and the little wobbly artist thing is really not that funny. This. We can't really swim there. Twinkly stars. Yeah, similar. We found a constellation. There's something missing. Now we're drawing it. Okay. Now I can draw it. There are some cool things in here, but I'm really not enjoying it too much. So I think I'm going to stop very soon. Yomigami. I mean, I can probably turn that off, right? The mumble sound. Since there is no proper voiceover. Anyway. Now we gained a new brush power. Like, I'm gonna go here. And turn that off. I do like the music and the general presentation. I would like to know what this is, and I would also love to be able to make it less blurry. But that's depth of field and whatnot. Nah, I'm gonna stop here. This is not really working for me. Sorry.